Okay, g'day again. Right, just a short update. So, doesn't really look like much, like I've done that much, and yeah, I suppose I haven't. I've been focusing on other things. I've had this car to keep going, had to do work to that. I've got a Volkswagen that I've been working on, which both of these, the car you're driving has to take priority over a project, and the other vehicle's my bug, and that's becoming a priority just because of fuel prices. Yeah, can't keep using this V8 as a runaround, it's just costing too much. So yeah, getting the bug on the road is becoming a priority. But anyway, getting back to the subject at hand, and as I said, it may not look like I've achieved much, but if you just understand how much effort went into cleaning these control arms, and the stub axles and all these pieces have all been sandblasted, and as I've explained before, that's a very slow operation because my compressor's not really big enough to cope with it. And, yeah, so they've all been sandblasted, they've been primed with the red oxide, and had a coating of black enamel. You can still see the red oxide on the bolts, as I explained in the primer seems to cope with being knocked around a bit. Yeah, if you were to black those and then put them in, you'd just knock all the paint off and they'd go rusty again. So yeah, I only put primer on them. The primer is enough to stop them going rusty, and when it's all finished and done up, once it's back on its wheels and with a shell on it and weight in it, they get done up, then I'll go around with a brush and blacken the bolt heads. Yeah, the springs were originally blue. They were a different blue. They were a light blue. They are a Lovells lowered spring. But yeah, that's the blue I had in the cupboard, so that's the blue that went on them. We've got our new Pettis sports riders in there. Yeah, the other reason painting them blue just gives a little bit of colour to it, pretties it up a little bit. So. And yeah, and I made a separate video of how I compress the springs into place. Using conventional spring clamps don't work very well on these, you haven't got room for them. So yeah, after a fair bit of contemplation, I came up with a way that worked for me, and yeah. Alright, and that's where we're up to. The next stage, of course, is to yeah, I've got to sandblast the brake rotors now. They're in reasonable shape, so yeah, I have to clean them and paint them and put them back on, and yeah, then I can get this thing back on its wheels. And yeah, I've got to remember to put the steering arms on yet. The steering arms are cleaned and painted, but the bolts are not, and I've run out of primers, so I want to prime the bolts before I put them in, and that's why I haven't put the steering arms on yet. But yeah, hopefully I'll remember to do that before I put the disc rotors on, because once the rotor's on, you can't get the bolts in or out. And yeah, anyway, that's what we're up to. Thanks for watching. Bye.